Hey, I'm Amy Chang. I'm a nationally board certified health and wellness coach, and this is Healthy AF. In this podcast, I'll be bringing you all things health, from the newest health strategies to how to tackle those personal roadblocks that just will not let you move forward. So buckle in. We're going to be inspired and instructed, and dadgum, we're going to have a little fun on Healthy AF. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Healthy AF. I know it's sleepy time September, and I will go ahead and talk about magnesium and melatonin, but not for this episode. For this episode, I wanted to just take a page out of the playbook here and talk to you about what happens when clients work with me at Healthy Life Health and Wellness Coaching. It's a 4-step process that everybody goes through. And I'm sharing it with you because you can do this on your own. Will it be as effective? Probably not, right? Because we are stronger synergistically. Okay, it's just how we are. That's how we're built. But can you make headway? Absolutely. And this will help you get there. So the way I designed this 4-step pathway was through a coach of my own. She asked the question, what do all of your clients go through when they work with you? And I took some time and sat down and wrote out everything that happens when a client comes to work with me. And pretty soon it was easy to see that there were 4 very distinct steps that everybody goes through. And then everybody seemed to get similar results in that they made behavioral changes and they reported that it was easy and they found joy. I didn't expect that. So if you follow these 4 steps, that's the result you're going toward. First step, discover. Discover what you want and why you really want it. This is not anything new or different. All coaches everywhere talk about your big why. You can hear it in all the motivational things. It's your big why. You got to know your why. You got to, and you do. Here's the little caveat in there. It's easy to dream about where you want to be in 20 years or what you want them to say about you at your eulogy. That part is fun. Keeping it present when you're late for work, you haven't packed your lunch, your workout clothes are still dirty, that's tough. Okay. So part of that discovery process, when you're really looking at when you strip it all down, what do you really want in your life and who do you really want to be? Presencing that and learning how to presence that on easy days and hard days and during decisions. That's the juice right there. Okay. So the first part we do is discover. And then we learn how to presence that discovery and keep it close. There's another part in discovery that sometimes takes weeks to get through. And that is the shame and guilt that we feel when we realize we've been living and making choices that don't align with who we really are and what we really want, even though we've been saying that we really are these people and we really do want these things. It's recalibrating how we feel about ourselves and giving ourselves the grace that we need to forgive all the choices that have completely betrayed our own selves. And that happens in that discovery phase. Discovery can take a week, It can take 6 weeks. It's a process. It's an onion. And it's that time that you really get straight with yourself. Who you are, what you want, what you've been doing, how it lines up, how it does not line up. First step is discover what you want, why you want it. Sometimes I say to people, okay, you want to lose 25 pounds. Great. If we cut off one of your legs, you'd probably lose 25 pounds. Would that be okay with you? They're like, no. I'm like, okay. Then there's something other than just losing 25 pounds that you really want to have. 2, set goals. Now, I'm not talking about just random goals. I'm talking about goals that work for you now. I'm not talking about goals that are way too big. That's what we usually do. I haven't exercised in 5 years, but I'm going Monday through Friday next week. No, you're not. No, you're not. That's not a good goal to have. A goal that you're disconnected to, a goal that doesn't really hit you where you are, a goal that you made up when you were 20, but now you're 55. That's not a good goal. Okay. That's a goal that's designed to have you fail. I always say we start making goals that work for you instead of working against you. Okay, so we really tune up and make those goals align with our big why and our discovery. Then we go into action. Many times I say to people, okay, what action do you think you need to take? Now quarter it or eighth it. Again, I'm not talking about the actions you took when, you were 15 pounds lighter and 10 years younger. I'm not talking about the actions that guy at the office is taking. I'm not talking about the actions you think you should be taking. I'm talking about real actions that fit into your life today. And sometimes they feel small, and that's okay. Like if one of your actions, I'll tell you one of mine. One of my actions is that by the time I'm 55, I totally want to be on a Mediterranean diet. Sounds easy. I do not eat fruits and vegetables. So now Mediterranean diet sounds real tough. So the first action I may take is like look up a Mediterranean diet, choose one item on that diet that I can eat now and eat it once this month. That might be the action to take. So small actions that work for you and line up with getting you to the goal that you really want to have that supports who you really want to be. All right, last piece, and I love this piece. Reflect and repeat. See, the ticket to changing your behaviors and changing your health in your life is to stay in action. That's why your actions are so important to align with your goals and align with your discoveries. Because your actions are actually what creates what happens here in the world. So if your actions aren't on point, you're going in a different direction. What happens sometimes is we take one action and it doesn't work, so we stop. Here's an example. This week, my action was I'm going to set an alarm every day at 6 a.m. and I'm going to be out the door at 6:30. I'm either going to go to a meeting, I'm going to go get on my bike, or I'm going to go to the gym. Every day, I'm going to be out the door at 6:30. And I had this action set up for myself. Well, it didn't work. It didn't work because a couple of days I was just tired. It didn't work because the class that I thought was at 7 a.m. at the gym was actually at 8. It didn't work because one of the days I scheduled a breakfast with a friend and it didn't fit into that schedule. So I've learned a lot of things, but I can't say the plan I set forth was 100% accomplished. This is where we sometimes get stuck. And then we say this thing. Well, I guess that just getting up at 6 and getting out the door at 6:30 just isn't going to work for me. No, There's just things to learn. Like maybe you need to look up the schedule for the CrossFit class. And then there's other things too, outside of the doing and inside the being. And that's my favorite part of the reflect and repeat. We stay out of shame, for one thing. When we don't accomplish the results or even the actions we wanted to accomplish, we stay out of shame. We do that together. And we stay in information gathering. And that information is the physical and the doing, like, did you do it? You know, sometimes when my clients come to session, I was like, okay, let's just break down the list. Did you do it? Yes, no. I don't want any reasons. I don't want any excuses. I don't want any kind of story. I just want the yes, no. Okay. And there's no judgment over here. We just need to be flat about that. We need to be straight. You know, there's power in being straight. So, did you do it? Yes, no. And then there's more doing. Like, well, how did it make you feel? You know, did your body actually get up and go to the gym? Did you feel good at the gym? Were you able to do the working out at the gym? Or did your body say, like, hey, I'm not warmed up enough. This does not work well for me. And then there's other stuff. Like, how'd the rest of your day go? What was the experience of yourself on the days you got up? What was the experience of yourself on the days you didn't? One of the days that I didn't leave the house at 6:30, I had a lovely morning. I put in some journaling, I had some meditation, and read some of my daily devotionals. I sat with my dog and my cat, and I had the screen door open. I could hear the birds, and it was lovely. And by reflecting on that, I uncovered something else that I needed in my week. You know, that maybe that getting up and out at 6:30 was one day a week, maybe getting up and out to the side porch to have a cup of coffee, you know, and to have some gentle time and then go and do my movement. So that reflect and repeat step, that last step, is the steps that has us squeeze all the juice out of all those actions. Both the doing of the action and the being of the action. How was I being? What did I feel about myself? What else did I go and feel inspired to do that day or that week or, you know, whatever that was? And that's how we keep that train churning. So when people come to work with me in health coaching, I want to explain too, it's not like, well, we've got 3 months, so we're going to spend, you know, like 6 weeks on the discovery and 6 weeks on the action and 6 weeks. No. We glide through it gracefully. Sometimes it's trudging through it gracefully. Sometimes it's speeding through it gracefully. The discovery can take a bit. So if you're on your own and you're going through these steps, give yourself some time and some support and some actions inside your discovery. Your action may be like, talk with a friend about what you really want, or write down a few things on your church bulletin as they come to you in your church service and you're really dialed into who you really want to be, right? And getting that straight. But get that straight before you set that goal of, well, I just need to lose 25 pounds. I'm just going to, you know, eat salads every day. I don't like salads, but I'm going to eat them every day. Because that harsh, grinding, just do it, put your big girl panties on, may get you somewhere, but it won't be sustainable and it won't be with ease. And it most likely will not be with joy. So I hope that's been helpful to y'all. When I look at behavioral change and frankly, the empowerment of people, which is what I really get my heart wrapped around, you can do it. You can do it. And there is a structure that you can use. There's so many structures you can use. This is the one that I like. Discover what you want and why you want it. Set some goals that work for you, not against you. Create actions that align with your goals and your discovery. And keep reflecting and repeating. Reflect, repeat a new or tweaked action. Reflect and repeat a new or tweaked action. Stay right there. That's all I have for you. I hope that gives you somewhere to go to and something to be inspired by, or maybe something to chew on. And in all 4 of those steps, big, heaping, helping spoonfuls of grace. As always, it's never a bad idea to throw some grace on top. If you love this podcast, please like it, subscribe it, share it, drop me a line. See y'all next time on Healthy AF. Have a good one. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Healthy AF podcast. I hope that it has helped you create a new possibility for your health and sets you into action to go get it. If you want more information, or if you want to connect with me, visit my website at myhealthylife.coach. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that each new Healthy AF episode will be sent directly to you. Let's take you from where you are to where you want to go.